This meeting is called pursuant to the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Law. This meeting of June 18th, 2024, with instructions for internet access, was included in a meeting notice sent to the Burlington County Times and the Courier Post on February 14th, 2024, and advertised in said newspapers on February 19th, 2024, and February 18th, 2024, respectively, posted on the website and the bulletin board in the municipal building on February 14th, 2024, and has remained continuously posted as required under the statute. In addition, a copy of this notice is and has been available to the public and is on file in the office of the municipal clerk. Would you all please rise for the flag salute? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Jen, roll call, please.
Mayor Gilmore,
Here.
Mr. Montgomery,
Here.
Mrs. Evans. Here. Mr. Klaus, Ms. Torty.
Here. Okay, we have the minutes of the regular committee meeting of May 14th, 2024, and the executive session minutes of May 14th, 2024. I need a motion and a second, please.
Motion to approve. Second.
Ms. Evans,
Yes.
Torty,
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery.
Yes.
Ms. Gilmore.
Yes. Reports. We have tax collector, code enforcement, fire official, construction, emergency services, and then the state police is here today, and...
Could I ask a question?
Sure.
Last month for the emergency services, we got the fire report, but we didn't have April's. Do we get April's emergency squads yet?
No.
Okay. So this says May, so this should probably be corrected then, because we didn't get any report, right?
Well,
So it's
maybe
the
what we
fire.
should do is split it out to individual lines for each of those agencies. So the fire department and the emergency squad can then be E and F, and then G can be New Jersey State Police in person, so then we can properly
Separate, right?
manage that.
Okay, yeah,
Correct.
because I didn't,
We're 2 months.
okay, yeah, I didn't see that in there, so that's what I was asking.
they're 2 months behind.
You know, certainly respect our volunteers, but it'd be nice to get the reports and then get them on time, so, all right.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, Sergeant Antonucci, would you like to give your report before we accept?
Hello, everyone.
Good evening.
I have nothing major to report. However, our detectives advised me that we did have a couple isolated incidents of vehicle theft, and they wanted me to remind residents, lock your cars, do not leave key fobs inside the cars. They were crimes of opportunity, and they took advantage of it. We have troopers out there. They're aware. Detectives are working behind the scenes, but nothing major going on. 100th anniversary was a huge success. No issues or concerns with that. And we were also at the Memorial Day event. Got a letter from Donna. And that's all I have right now.
Thank you.
Thank
And thank
you
you very
Thanks,
much for
Troop.
attending the
Thank
100th anniversary. It was
Yes.
a great success with you being
Glad it was very boring for you folks. I'm very glad to hear that. Yes, unfortunately, unfortunately.
So can I have a motion and a second, please?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Mr. Montgomery.
Yes.
Ms. Evans.
Yes.
Ms. Torty.
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore.
Yes. So this evening, we have a proclamation. Mr. Murphy, would you please come to the front of the dais?
I don't know.
So whereas Hainsport Township wishes to recognize the kindness and generosity of one of our residents, Mr. Rick Murphy. And whereas Rick Murphy was born and raised in Hainesport Township and has been a lifelong resident, and Rick Murphy has had a remarkable career as the lead vocalist with the band The Hollywood Knights. Whereas Rick Murphy has kindly donated his time and talent to perform at our 100th anniversary celebration. Whereas his connection to the community and the Hollywood Knights performance was the key reason why the 100th anniversary celebration on June 1st, 2024 was spectacular. Now and therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and the Township Committee ask all of the Hainesport residents to join us in proudly honoring and celebrating Rick Murphy for his generosity and involvement with the planning of the event and his band's unbelievable performance, which made June 1st, 2024, one of the best days in all of Hainesport 100-year history.
I didn't expect to get something tonight. I thought you guys were just gonna, should I face you guys or should
Yeah.
I?
You know what, like, can we get a picture real quick with all the committee members and Rick before we?
Sure.
Because I'll lose sight of it. And this is important. A little bit further back. I'll crop them in. All right.
I have to say something after all that.
Wait, Rick, can you turn around? Yes. Face them. It's on the other side and face them, yeah.
I'm always looking back to my fellow citizens, but a little bit of this is what I wrote earlier, and I just wanted to addend it a little bit to everyone here tonight. I've been a musician my whole entire life and ran bands since I was 16 years old, and this was the band that I said I'm going to take and be a businessman. And so here we are today. But gigs are always gigs, musicians say, but this Hainesport gig wasn't just a normal gig. It was one that's going to stay with me forever. There was so much energy in the air that night. It was the kind of night that makes you feel that we all were really part of something special. Having spent most of my childhood and all of my adult life in Hainesport, I've come to realize how lucky I was then, still am today. We did lose our house to a fire in Hainesport in 1990, and back then I know it was some different people involved, but Hainesport came together and helped us get back on our feet and really helped rebuild our house and kept our family together. So it was something that means a lot to me still to this day. And getting through a tragedy like this was far from easy, but neighbors and all the men and women from the administration and the fire department came together. Fast forward to 2022, and the township humbled me and asked if I would bring Hollywood Knights, my band, to perform for the 100th celebration. And some of the ladies here tonight know that I didn't want to do that because to me it was, I know it was going to be very emotional for me. I'd rather sing in front of people I don't know. It's a lot easier. And but that was the main reason I gave resistance, not because I didn't want to be part of the celebration. I just felt I was going to get a lot of stage fright. And that's the truth. But here was my chance to give back to the town that had given me and my wife and my kids, my 6 children, so much throughout the years. So, to Mayor Leila Gilmore, Deputy Mayor Ken Montgomery, Committeewoman Karen Torty, Anna Evans, Paula Costco, Donna Casey out here, and all the women and men that were part of that committee throughout the last year and a half. I have to say again, from the bottom of my heart, you all knew what this meant to all of us. And together, we did it, we pulled it off, and it was a success. And the spirit and the enthusiasm that everyone displayed during the last 2 years really made me feel even more proud to be part of Hainsport, of everyone working together. And again, to all the Joe Crane and the Public Works staff for everything that they did for me, helping us get the bus in and the sound crew get in here. They were very exponential in helping all that come together. And the fire department, what a great group of people. And the medical service team, everybody was in full force. And our own New Jersey State Troopers were there. I know that making everybody feel safe and feeling like the night's going to just be a success. I also, I'm not a political person, but it's important for me to let everybody know that a band finds success with relationships with radio stations. And that's my main goal is to have relationships throughout the Northeast with multiple radio stations to help push the band's success. And when I was asked to do this, I wanted to use, the resources that I had to help spread the word of this event throughout all of Burlington County and Atlantic County, and just let everybody know that Hainsport's here, and we're going to have an event. And I felt, 101.5 has given me a platform in the past to help my band, and so they helped me out again, which in turn helped all of us for a successful event. So I just wanted to let everybody know that that all came from me, and I just felt I wanted to do that for the township. There was no bad intent or nothing involved in that. And I'd also like to thank my best friend and my wife, Robin. She's here tonight. Like all families, life is a joy and a struggle sometimes, but throughout 35 years of raising 6 children, and me always chasing my dream of the stage, she has been there for all of us. She's never missed a gig. So in a way, my dream became our dream, and the pursuit of that dream we did together. And those are the times that really matter. And again, to all my fellow Hainsport neighbors, those I know very well, and those whom I've never met yet, please allow me to just say thank you. Thank you for who you are and how we all live together in this great small town. Hainsport has that extra special thing. I think all of us can agree. And I think we're all proud to be here. And again, I am so proud to have been asked to be part of this 100th anniversary. And again, thank you for allowing me to bring my band in and make the night just a little bit more special. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Rick. We're now open for comments from the public regarding agenda items only. Comments are limited to 5 minutes. Any comments with regards to the agenda? Is there anyone online?
No.
I see no hands. Close comments. Ordinances. Ordinance 2024-9, amendment to Ordinance 2024-9 entitled Ordinance to Control Tree Removal and Replacement, to reduce stormwater runoff and pollutants, and to promote infiltration of rainwater from the soil as required by the NJDEP. This is the public hearing and on the amended sections, and this is the final adoption of same. So we are now open for public hearing. Anyone from the public have any comments? And there's still no one online? Okay, so I will close comments, and I need a vote for final adoption. A motion and a second.
I'd like to make a motion to adopt.
I'll second that.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Ms. Torty?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Ordinance 2024-10, canceling certain appropriation balances provided for various capital projects. This is public hearing and final adoption. We're open for public hearing. Any comments? Seeing none, still no one online. Close comments. I need a motion and a second, please.
So moved. Second.
Ms. Chordy?
Yes.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Ordinance 2024-11, appropriating the sum of $875,000 in funding from the general capital fund balances for various projects. This is the first reading and introduction. Public hearing and final adoption will be on July 9th, 2024. I need a motion and a second.
I'll make that motion. Second.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Ms. Chordy?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Consent agenda resolutions. Resolution 2024-86-6 to 2024-94-6. I need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second?
Ms. Chordy?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Resolution 2024-95-6, awarding a contract for resurfacing of various athletic courts to Shore Top Construction. I need a motion and a second.
Motion?
Second.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Ms. Chordy?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Resolution 2024-96-6, awarding a contract for copier services with KDI Rico. I need a motion and a second.
So moved. Second.
Ms. Chordy?
Yes.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Resolution 2024-97-6, authorizing the extension of existing turf management maintenance contract for 4 years, for years 4 and 5 with on-site landscape management. Motion and a second.
Motion?
Second.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Ms. Chordy?
Yes.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Resolution 2024-98-6, authorizing the execution of an addendum to settlement agreement and recommending amended household element and fair share plan. Need a motion and a second?
So moved.
Second?
Ms. Chordy?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Resolution 2024-99-6, accepting a performance bond and inspection escrow for Longbridge Farms townhouses, 45, and single-family homes, 4. Need a motion and a second?
A motion.
Second?
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Ms. Chordy?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Resolution 2024-100-6, authorizing the execution of a redevelopment agreement with Longbridge Farms LLC.
Mayor, if I could ask committee to table that to the July 9 meeting, I'd like to get you the agreement. It's a standard agreement, but I'd like to give you time to look at it before you adopt it, and that was my fault. So if you could table that to July 9, I'd appreciate it.
Do we need a motion to table?
Do.
I'd like to make a motion that we table the resolution 2024-100-6 until next meeting.
I'll second that.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Ms. Chordy?
I have a question. Does this delay them? Okay, then, yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, we're up to approval of business licenses. I need a motion and a second.
Motion. Second.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Ms. Chordy?
Yes.
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Okay, we've reached comments from the public. Comments are limited to 5 minutes. Anyone in the room wish to make a comment? Yes, ma'am. In the back, no, in the far back.
After McNally's for 7 Bishop Avenue. And I was wondering if there was any way to have the street widened.
Could you,
any way to have my street widened. You saw fit to put 2 more houses on it. Now there's 8 houses. It's approximately 520 feet long, something like that. And due to a lot of the graduations, there was a lot of parties on our street. And there's only 2 cars can go down. So everybody did park on the same side, but they parked 2 cars almost at the end of my street. When I came down, I guarantee you, if somebody was coming up from 38 and going to turn in, they would have hit me head on because I was in the wrong lane. And they wouldn't have known that till they turned. So it would really be nice. I see you're doing playgrounds, resurfacing. Maybe you could look at that street. It's very narrow. And now there's 8 houses there. And it's really tough getting back and forth if just one family has a party.
Well, is this a daily occurrence, or does this happen on a regular basis, or this was a one-time occurrence? Does this happen often?
Yes. Yeah, well, especially now we have younger people, and they have more parties than, it used to be the old folks' home. But now we have several young families, and they do have more parties.
What street is this again, Kitty, sorry?
It's Bishop Avenue.
Bishop, okay.
It's what?
Bishop, right?
The name of your street?
Bischoff Avenue.
Okay, thank you.
And as far as that, doing the trees, I can understand they want to keep trees, but if you want to really save the trees and keep the environment, they should do something about these vines that are destroying all the trees everywhere. I can't hardly keep them out of my yard. I'm not really able to do much, but I spend hours pulling these vines out. As soon as they get in your yard, they grow up every plant you have. That's what they should be working on. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, anyone else from the audience? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Donna Casey, 1703 Cotton Street, Hainsport, New Jersey. I just want to thank everyone for all their help and on the 100th anniversary. It was a huge success. I'm still getting positive feedback, and everybody is talking about the fireworks. It's the best. And when are we going to do it again? Not today, but,
Next 100 years.
Yes. But one thing we really haven't acknowledged is that this is the 100th year anniversary, and we have a lot of history in this township. So I wanted to recognize various people who actually worked very hard in getting the history together. Sue Keiss being one of them. She started 3 years ago working on the school history. And I said, ooh, we're going to be working on the 100th anniversary history. Would you be interested? She has put a lot of time and effort into a lot of the information. We do have some books out in the corridor there on display. She put all that together, and it's beautiful. Elizabeth Gallagher, she has worked very hard with BCIT students and Hainsport Township students on a tour book, which will not be going out yet, but also on markers, which will be displayed, around the town of some of the historic sites. So we're very excited about that, and that took a lot of time, probably about 2 years. Elise Bajan did a presentation with Hal Sunder, which was one of our first presentations that was fantastic. They talked about the Haynes' family. She's very much involved with the genealogy of the Haynes' family. We understand Robert Gilmore is related to the Haynes' family. So that was quite an interesting. Conley Brooks grew up in town, was an administrator on the committee. He had a lot of very interesting history. And he came in and spoke about families in Hainsport and the beginning of Hainsport. John Anderson was just there. He talked about commerce on the creek And I want to tell you, I didn't realize that there was so much going on in our creek back in the late 1800s and 20s. Fascinating, absolutely fascinating. And we're going to hopefully have him come back in September to talk about more things. Tish Kelly is coming up. She will be talking about commerce on Route 38. We have loads and loads of pictures, but this committee really is about the history of Hainsport, and I think they need to be recognized. If you all have an opportunity, look at the books that we have. The Street Center has a load of pictures on the walls. It's just been remarkable. I learn something new at every meeting that they come out to. So I just wanted to say thank you and to recognize these people for putting the history of Hainsport together for the last 100 years.
Thank you.
Thank you, Donna.
Anyone else in the room? Anyone online? Oh, we got one more late bloomer.
A lingerer.
I'll start my 7-minute timer. Oh, you got it?
Name and address,
Joe
please.
44 Easton Way,
Thank you.
Hainsport, New Jersey, for the last 30-ish years, so. And can't say it's been here forever. And Rick, thank you for your words. Thank you for the effort you put into it. Thank you for the care and the love that you made this. That was the icing on the cake to the efforts of the unbelievable women and men. It chokes me up who I saw put their heart and soul, blood, sweat, and tears. But what wasn't on the surface evident was the love that they put into every decision, everything they made. Everything was critical to it had to be perfect for the success of the event. And it really was. Those who stepped up, who volunteered, who did the work, who did the action for the last 2 years. This doesn't just come together in 6 weeks or 6 months. These ladies have worked this forever to make this a celebration of the little town that we call our own. And you know, again, anyone who I think they all should be recognized, and every time you see them out, you know, thank them for this for a while, because it put us on the map. Running the cornhole tournament, I was talking to people from Burlington, from Sicklerville, everybody who came up, and they were just couldn't believe it. And as our state trooper said, we didn't have any trouble, and that's what you see at all these other events everywhere else is trouble, trouble, trouble. So, you know, I just think that, you know, anybody who didn't do any, there should be no criticism going around of anybody or anything that did, because they did their best. They did their absolute, you know, best for the town and for everyone in the town. And that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Joe.
Joe.
Okay, last call. Seeing no hands, I'll close public comments. Comments from the administrator.
I cannot follow up with all this love. It's really awesome. It makes me really, really proud and grateful to be here in the position that I'm at. And just a few boring announcements. Not really. I actually have a really great surprise for everyone.
We like surprises.
We love surprises. So I can't remember if I reported out last month that we received the firefighter grant, the $63,000 American Rescue Plan firefighter grant that we wrote on behalf of the fire company to receive new turnout gear as well as upgrade their oxygen refill station. So we got that grant, which is awesome. And that's a completely 100%, well, in kind, plus the funds that we allocate to them can be utilized towards the cash match. But the big announcement is we just received notification that we received the $700,000 Green Acres grant. I'm pretty stoked about it. And the one ordinance that you all brought forward for introduction allocates funding for our required match of $700,000. So that is a lot of $1.4 million that is now dedicated to the Creek Turn Park improvement. So We also still have the earmark money out there, the congressional funding. We did pass the first test. Congressman Kim has forwarded that to the Appropriations Committee, so that's a big pass there. So we'll see, I'm thinking probably what, John, when does that money usually come, next year?
Yeah.
The beginning of next year, if we've been given the congressional money, and that was another 1.2 million.
That's awesome.
So, yep,
Great.
so those are really good.
Thank you, Paula.
So happy about that.
Lots of work, Paula. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Our latest edition, e-newsletter, just came out today, the Hainesport Community Chronicle. This is issue number 8. Again, I want to recognize Elizabeth for putting this together and starting it. We also have a volunteer student from Morristown Friends School who's a resident of Hainesport, Keva, who's been assisting with that, Keva Williams, so she's been doing a great job. She helped put that together. So that has been pushed out on the website, mobile app, as well as our Facebook page. And, here we go. Fenimore Road was paved. The reconstruction was completed last week, and Pulaski and Laurel Ridge Road should start next week.
Fantastic.
Great, and that's all.
Thanks, Paula.
In the heat.
In the heat.
Comments from our solicitor.
Has anybody told Big Rusty he's being lavished with all that money?
She.
Oops, my bad.
She would be very happy.
Cool. I just really want to join the chorus of accolades about your 100th anniversary party. I just thought it was incredible. I've been doing this 40 years, so I've been in a lot of towns, seen a lot of celebrations, and it's just really great when a community, and I mean this for everybody, recognizes that it's a hometown, you know? And I congratulate all of you. I thought it was wonderful on that stage. I still can't get over that stage. I thought that was really cool. Congratulations to you for coming, for serving your hometown, you know? So that's all I have. Well done.
Thank you. Can I also just put for the record that the stage and the fireworks were not paid for through taxpayer funding? That was all donated by our professionals as well as other members of the community, as well as the fundraising efforts of the 100th Anniversary Committee, side committees that put on some wonderful events. So I think between the straight donations that we asked for and we received, as well as the fundraising efforts, I believe we raised somewhere around $65,000. So the fireworks, your taxes did not go up in smoke. Again, that was all donations. It's not my first rodeo. I understand the commentary that comes behind it, so that's why, we made a decision to work hard collectively as a team and get those donations in, and it was worth it. Thank you.
Thank you. Comments from the committee. Mrs. Evans.
Yeah, so obviously I attended the Memorial Day and the 100th anniversary celebration. I thought both were amazing, well organized and excellent. Of course, the fireworks were absolutely spectacular. So I'd just like to add my own personal thanks to Donna Casey, the Recreation Committee and the 100th anniversary committee for all their hard work there. I'm very excited that we just got the Green Acres grant. Thank you, Paula, that's awesome. The Green team just got its feedback from the second round of certification, and we now have 95 of the 150 points that we need. Another round, final round for this year, July the 31st. That's an outside chance that we'll get our bronze certification, but it's a possibility. One more event I want to talk about is that this past Saturday, about 20 Hainesport residents gathered here at the Township building to celebrate Pride Month in Hainesport, for the first time, I believe. We took pictures with some Pride flags, and then we went to the much larger Mount Holly Pride celebration. Next year, I would love to do something similar, not a huge thing, but have it endorsed by the township, and to have a pride flag raised somewhere near the municipal building, not with the flags up front, but maybe on one of the street lamps around the car park, and have that flag there for the whole of the month of June, which is Pride Month. Other towns have pride flags. I don't understand why we should not. Someone observed on my post about our small event the following: we are thinking of moving to the area, and it's posts and events like this that make it more likely. So that's something to think about for next year. Finally, cricket is in the news. On June the 6th, the American cricket team stunned the world by defeating Pakistan in a World Cup match. Huge shock. And also, Major League Cricket in the US will have its second season this summer. So I do really think that we need to look into using some of our wonderful flat land in the municipal park to provide residents who came to last month's meeting and asked if they could have a cricket pitch, see if we can do something for them and for the youth of Hainsport, because cricket is going to be an up-and-coming sport in the same way that like 20 years ago it was soccer, right? And we should get ahead of that curve and get our cricket pitch built. All right, enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for coming, everybody.
Thank you. Mrs. Torty, please.
Yes. First of all, I'd like to congratulate Rick. Thank you so much for everything you did for us. It was a pleasure working with you and Kathy, really. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. I'd also like to give a special recognition to Paula, Leela, and Donna for spearheading the event, our 100th anniversary. And a special thank you to all the many volunteers who helped out in any way. It would never have been possible without you, and I couldn't start to list them because I know I would miss people. There were so many, so thank you so much. And I'd also like to say thank you to the many residents who helped to fund this event, as Paula had put forth, from the major sponsors to the many residents who contributed in any way. We started fundraising with a fashion show, so if you did anything, donated anything, if you came, whatever, it all helped to help fund this event. To those who purchased flags, shirts, cups, ornaments, 50-50 tickets, hot air balloon chances, and tents. All of these events, all of these purchases contributed in a major way to help fund the event. So thanks to all of you for that. So on the subject of shirts, I have placed an order for more shirts. After our event, I had a request for 70 more shirts. So it took me a while to get them all together, but we have ordered them. I've ordered 150 shirts. So we will have plenty available. So hopefully they will be in by the end of next week, and we will notify anyone who has left their information to be sure to watch for a notification from us, and also on Facebook and various places. They will all be available for purchase at the municipal building and at all of our events until the end of the year, concerts, movies, fall festival, etc. And I believe the flags are sold out. Are the flags sold out? One flag left.
Oh. Can we order more of them? Is that something?
Well, that's something we might want to
Okay.
consider.
And we have cups and ornaments still available as well.
Jen.
So I'd like to say a special thank you to Hal, Conley, John, Elise, for your special historical presentations. They were informative, and we really appreciate your efforts. We're looking forward to Tish's coming up. Memorial Day was a fitting tribute to our fallen heroes. Thanks to Donna and her committee again for organizing another special event. And finally, on Saturday, June 15th, I attended a special event. Our Lady Queen of Peace Church and over 150 community members came together to recognize and express our appreciation to Deacon Mario Munoz for his 50 years of service to church and community. That's a milestone, 50 years. He was born in Chile and served in several countries before coming to New Jersey. He first went to Patterson because there was a great need for his services. He later moved to Hainsport with the intent of retiring and living here. But his desire to continue to serve after his retirement led him to connect with Father Joe, and he has continued to serve us ever since by assisting in church services and sacraments, visiting the sick, and mentoring various groups and activities. His service not only enriched the spiritual lives of our parishioners, but also strengthened the bonds of our community, fostering a spirit of unity and kindness. He is truly a man of humility, prayer, and service, and his tireless efforts in supporting, guiding, and uplifting others earned him the respect and admiration of all. He truly is a Hainsport hero, and so we recognize him and thank him for his service. So I'd just like to say thank you all for coming. I wish you a very happy and safe 4th of July. May God continue to bless you, our country, and Hainesport. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Montgomery?
Just want to say that the Memorial Day event,
I think powerful was the word you were going to use.
and I did. Is that?
Okay.
Is that?
That's
okay?
the end of that?
All right, yeah. Memorial Day event, we had 21 wreaths, which was, I think, the most we've had, right, I believe?
I think so.
Which was great to honor our veterans. Thanks again to Donna Lynn and her and her group, and all the volunteers, Sue and Liz. It just was really super. And for those of us that have family and friends who are veterans that passed, whether they were in the midst of serving our country or afterwards, it's just great to pay tribute to them. I want to welcome Jen, as she's here as the deputy clerk here, taking notes and everything, and Donna, who is assisting her with this. So thank you and welcome. We expect no mistakes and everything to be perfect. Are we kidding? The 100th anniversary again.
Timer on?
Yeah, there are other people that spoke through length. 100th anniversary, to echo it, we had I heard that the estimates were 7,000 people. And like, how do you count them? Well, we had a lot of cars, a lot of different parking lots, whatever. So, I mean, 7,000 people. Do anyone know how many people we have in this town? We have 6,000 people in this town. So, tremendous, just tremendous. It was so much, I'm willing to bet a lot of them here to see Hainesport's favorite son, Rick, sing, and his band, and of course the other band, and his wife Robin too. Thanks for your support to him and all of this. It was wonderful, and just as was already said, just made a great day even greater. Fun and peaceful. And peaceful, I don't mean quiet, but it just, no problems. We still have a lot to celebrate. It's only June, so, hoping that, we can continue to do that. We've already talked about other things you can buy, the famous t-shirts. Special thanks again to Donna and Leila and Karen and Liz and Sue and everyone else, because there's so many people, that did all that. And a lot of people have said that. And Lorraine, who's here with us too. Yes, exactly. I know there's like other people on the committee list, but I don't have the list in front of me. We're debt-free for the second year now, so thank you, Paula, thank you, Dawn McLean. We did that last month, and I just want to say that again, just great job.
There we go.
And, in 2 hours, we had food trucks that ran out of food, for God's sakes. We had 11 food trucks, 11. 12? Yeah, 12? Yeah, one came in, right, sorry, yes, 12. And 2 of them ran out of food. Some had to go and get more, and they still ran out of food. So it was just super. I'd like to also congratulate the Hainesport graduates, not only from the wonderful Hainesport School, but also from RV, our high school. Best wishes to them as they go on their way and make us proud. Speaking of a graduate, we have a Hainesport graduate who just got drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., who graduated from Hainesport School, lives big property next to my development there. So we have a new favorite Trotter to cheer for the Eagles, and he signed a rookie contract, and his dad lived here when he played for them. So Jeremiah Jr., we wish you well, and fly Eagles fly. I'd like to thank folks for being here. Enjoy the rest of the summer and celebrating our 4th of July celebration. I don't know where we're going to go watch fireworks, but I can't imagine they're going to beat the ones that we had on June 1st. But so God bless Hainesport, God bless America. Thank you.
Thank you. So, one other little, I don't want to mention everything everybody had mentioned before, but with regards to Memorial Day, not only was it a great day here, and we had a huge amount of representation from the community, it was a lovely event. The three women of the committee also attended the county Memorial Day service and presented a wreath in honor for Hainesport. So I just wanted to mention that. But as we sit here today, I know I share immense gratitude and pride as we reflect on our 100th celebration, a milestone event that will be talked about for the next 100 years. From the early planning stages over 2 years ago to the grand festivities on June 1st, this journey has been nothing short of spectacular. Many individuals have come together to make the celebration an unforgettable experience. The dedication and effort of everyone involved have truly shown through in every event we have hosted. Our celebration actually kicked off in March with the Tea and 100 Years of Fashion fundraiser held at the Bradford Estate. Then, coincidentally, on March 12th, the township meeting was the actual date of incorporation, and we were able to celebrate with cake and camaraderie. In April, engaging historical conversations and presentations began that continued through May and June. The highlight was undoubtedly the fantastic event on June 1st, complete with fireworks, food trucks, and performances by Pure Petty Band and the Hollywood Knights. Both have strong ties to Hainesport, and it was truly a night to remember. We still have more exciting events on the horizon. This fall, we look forward to walking and driving tours, additional conversations and presentations, and our highly anticipated Fall Festival. These events will continue to celebrate our vibrant community and rich history, creating new memories for all of us. I'd like to thank each of you and everyone who contributed your time, energy, and passion. Your efforts have made this celebration year a resounding success and a shining example of what our community can achieve when we come together. Here's to our past 100 years. I personally am forecasting a bright future for Hainesport. Thank you.
Amen.
Very nice.
With that, we have some bills to pay. I need a motion.
I'd like to make a motion that we pay our bills.
If I could make a request, Resolution 24-00057 needs to be reduced to $74.50. Please, and thank you.
Okay, so do we need to just accept the bills as amended?
Yes, motion to adopt the bills as approved.
I'd like to make a motion that we pay the bills as amended.
Second?
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Ms. Torrey?
Yes.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
Yes. Do we have a executive session?
No?
I do have one thing, just for
Oh.
5 minutes, we'll be out of here. No formal action will be required, it's personnel matter.
So we need to make a motion to,
To adopt a resolution authorizing an executive session to discuss a matter of personnel, and no formal action be taken, and just a couple minutes.
So moved?
Second?
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
Ms. Torrey?
Yes.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore?
yes. Okay, so Newfield will just take,
No.
are we just going to, are we?
We just go back.
We're going to
Yeah.
step out, and we'll be right back in about 5 minutes?
Will there be any, there's no formal action?
No formal action be taken.
Okay.
We should
Oh.
be back in adjourned.
Okay.
You want me to turn this on?
I make that motion?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Need a motion to adjourn?
So moved?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
And that's the end.
See you.
Whose pen this?